Session 8.3, the product and quotient theorems. Product theorem. If you have a two complex number in a trigonometric form, first one, R1 cosine theta 1 plus I sine theta 1. And then the second one, R2 cosine theta 2 plus I sine theta 2 are any two complex numbers. Then, if you want to multiply it together, you don't do the distribution, okay? You're gonna do R1 times R2, okay? Multiply by the R. And then the theta, you're gonna just add it up. Theta 1 plus theta 2. Theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, you don't distribute it one by one, okay? This is the product theorem for the complex number in the polar form. Multiply the R1 and R2, you could just add up the theta. Okay, so you have a cosine theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sine theta 1 plus theta 2. Highlight this guy. In complex form, that is written. So if you write it in the notation, you could just put R1, R2, CIS, theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, let's try the first example. Find the product, okay, product means multiply, of these two complex numbers. Write the result in rectangular form. Okay, rectangular form means I'm looking for the x and y. So we're gonna apply the product theorem. Just multiply the R, 3 times 2. And then we're gonna add up the degree. So 45 degree plus 135 degree. So that will be equal to 6 cosine 180 plus I sine 180. And then we want to convert to the rectangular form. So what is a cosine 180 equal to? That's a negative 1, right? How about sine 180? That will be equal to 0. Okay, so that will be equal to negative 6. Okay, quotient theorem. If I have a two complex number in the polar form, and given that the R2 cosine theta 2 plus I sine theta 2, this is not equal to 0. And I want to do the division. Okay, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna be dividing R1 over R2. And this time, the theta will be subtract. Theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay, so in the notation, you could put R1 over R2, CIS, theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay, find the quotient. And I write it in the notation already. And then find your result in the rectangular form. Okay, so 10 divided by 5. And then negative 60 minus 150 degree. Simplify it. You should get 2 CIS negative 210 degree. And then I write it back to this. 2 times cosine negative 210 plus I sine negative 210. Because I want to convert it to rectangular form. So figure out what is a cosine negative 210. That will be, reference angle will be 30, right? So cosine 30, which is going to be 1/3 over 2. And this is going to be on the quadrant 3. So negative 1/3 over 2. This guy, sine 30, will be equal to 1/2. Right? So simplify it. Negative square root 3 plus I. Okay, distribute the 2. So you're gonna get negative root 3 plus I. Okay, example 3. Use a calculator to find the following. Write the results in the rectangular form. So this is a product. So you multiply R1 times R2, and then the degree, you just need to add it up. Use your calculator. You should get this guy. And then put it back to the cosine and the sine here. Use your calculator. Distribute. You should get the final answer. Negative 25.0144 plus 2.1885i. Okay, last one. This time we want to do the division. Okay, so 10.42 divided by 5.21. And then we're going to subtract. Okay, the angle will be 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 5. Do your math. Wow, this is pretty good. When you divide it, you should get a 2 here. And then get the same denominator. You should get 11 pi over 20. Make sure you change your calculator in radian, okay? Not using degree, radian. That will be the final answer. Okay, right? These sessions, we only introduce the product theorem and the quotient theorem for the complex number. That's it.